but the truth always finds its way out. One morning, Truman greeted his neighbors like he always did. They responded warmly, as always, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. He had lost count of how many times they'd exchanged that same line, but just as he was about to get in his car, something fell from the sky. Startled, he walked over to check. It was a spotlight. He had no idea what it meant, so he brushed it off. But just as he was about to drive to work, the radio suddenly interrupted with breaking news. A plane had malfunctioned over town, dropping some of its parts. It was an obvious attempt to calm his doubts. Later, passing by the newsstand, he bought a magazine like always at work. When no one was watching, he tore out a page with a woman's photo. That page would matter later. Then his boss came over with a new assignment to visit a client on Harbor Island. It was far, and Truman didn't want to go, but his boss warned that if he didn't close a deal soon, he'd be fired. Reluctantly, Truman agreed, but as he headed toward the ferry, he saw a sunken boat, and suddenly an old memory came rushing back. When he was young, he'd gone sailing with his father. A sudden storm hit, his father fell into the water, and was gone. It was all staged by the director, but Truman had been traumatized ever since, afraid of both the sea and boats. This business trip was also staged. The director knew Truman had been thinking of traveling the world. If he reached the edge of the set and discovered the truth, the show would be over. So they planted that wreck there to trigger his fear and make him turn back, and it worked. Still, strange things kept happening. One day, while Truman was gardening, his wife suddenly rushed over, holding a product, advertising it right to his face. It's a Shucks Pal to Dicer Greater People All in One. He was baffled. He didn't know she was doing a live product placement, because the show's ratings were so high that any ad aired here reached a global audience instantly. That night, Truman told his best friend Marlon he wanted to quit his job and travel the world. Marlon didn't agree or disagree, just told him to think carefully later. Truman sat alone on the beach. Suddenly, rain began to fall.